Hello everyone, this is Basabe, your Florida State House representative, and today we discuss the difficult issue of abortion. I would like to make it clear that I am personally pro-choice up to 12 weeks with exceptions, and I am very concerned for the lack of respect for life, and that is all of the other lives also involved in the decision to end a life. Since arriving here in Tallahassee as a newly elected freshman, I have been respectful and fair and willing to reach across party lines to work together to improve our legislation. I went to each member asking you for consideration of a middle ground, and I've probably spent more time with Planned Parenthood and their representatives than most of you combined. In fact, I support the compromise Planned Parenthood has proposed to help me settle this polarizing and ongoing debate. Their data shows that 97% of abortions happen in the first trimester, with under 3% happening after. And these usually fall into one of the exceptions categories. Planned Parenthood represented to me that the 12-week term is acceptable when it's paired with their 3 exceptions. They also told me that it works for them, so I don't understand why it doesn't work for you. I would vote for this, and historically, it's more than we need. I would support this choice up to 12 weeks. As an adult and a father, I believe there is much discussion about abortion, but not enough about how to prevent an action that has profound psychological consequences and potential medical risks as well. But that's a separate issue. The issue today is that the majority of this House, vocally pro-life, had come to the direction of the minority House, vocally pro-choice, to create a compromise to avoid a total abortion ban which went against their beliefs. But after coming to each Democratic member directly, none of you were allowed to propose anything but the extreme. Granted, some House members were personally amenable to this opportunity, but it simply does not work with their leadership or political agendas as a caucus. You basically want it all or nothing, and people be damned. Democrat leadership didn't accept a compromise, refused a center decision, not only disregarded an effort and an offer, but went against the basic notion of democracy, which is to live in a state that respects all citizens, which I find to be pretty odd, if not perplexing, considering this is the party that pride themselves to be the voice of equality. Today I see, and so does everybody else as well, that by equality, you mean all the chips on your minority side and none on the majority one. You know, this thinking might very well be the reason why we are, in fact, the majority, because no one likes a bully. With your refusal to work together, you now have harmed millions of women, millions of young girls, and you've also harmed millions of children. In arriving at this result, believe it or not, the Republican Party is the only party that's actually fought for choice. They understand that taxpayer dollars are involved, and that the world we live in is bigger than their personal beliefs. I came to you and offered the common ground of 12 weeks with exceptions. If the House is together, and not one of you helped me with this. So thank you, Democrats, for forcing 6 weeks down our throats and that of the entire state. It could have been 12. On the bright side, you have taught us all the lesson that only those of us truly willing to work together to achieve fair, balanced, and responsible public policies can succeed in the search for just solutions that adequately reflect the mind and will of the people of Florida. But at what price? You did not budge, not one day, not 1 minute, not 1 week. And you had Planned Parenthood science, the data, the support, the option of respectful choice and consideration all on your side. I say this with a very heavy heart because I've gotten to know many members of the minority, and I know that we like each other. I hope that you understand. I truly believe that you are not allowed to simply be pro-choice. You're only allowed to advocate for pro-extreme ideology. It is, after all, the commodity of today, isn't it? Shame on you for not holding every life dear. Shame on you for not holding every life valuable even after the majority turned a blind eye on your disregard of the facts that it takes two people to create a life, and you advocate for the right of only one and to destroy it. This bill from the start should be about children too. I would like to recognize all of the members of the majority who had put their personal beliefs aside and considered a choice. I know some of you would have wanted a total ban on abortion in the state of Florida, but you realize that your beliefs are not the same as others, and you believe in choices even for those that you don't agree with because you truly believe in freedom. I am honored by your humanity and commitment to this process. From day one, I have been fully committed to representing my district fairly, responsibly, and respectfully. I acknowledge that this bill will generate heartfelt emotions, but I am proud to have worked diligently to listen to all sides and consider all views. On this and every other issue of substance, principle will be the basis of my vote. A vote that today I could not cast after much deliberation, reflection, and care for my constituents and their families. I will not negotiate life, not like this. I will not vote against the only members that came to the table of compromise, and I will certainly not give my vote to a party that has no intentions of compromise. I vow to continue my efforts to bring us together. Amazingly, I still believe it is possible, and I urge those of you who sat in the back rows to next time put people before politics and do what's right. My vote is on hold until this works respectfully for all Floridians. We need to do better together. Thank you for listening.